Hello, Reformers, and welcome back to Caribbean. Now, thank you very much for all of your comments and your support, and as we can see here, we have a part 2. So, we are going to be heading into Montego Bay, because I believe that, yes, this is currently owned by the Commonwealth of England, and I thought it might be a rather splendid idea if we were to acquire some English troops. So we're going to head in here and see if we can actually recruit some, as well as maybe sell one of our ships as well, because apparently, according to many of you in the comments, you can sell your ship, or at least ships, that you have captured from various pirates and buccaneers on the seven seas. So let us, without further ado, head into the harbor here, and as you can see, we can sell one of our ships. Now, I'm going to sell the small sloop here because I think maybe keeping the large sloop would be a good idea. So we're going to sell this. Aha! 668 piastres. I believe that is going to be pretty reasonable. Let's do it. Why not? And I would like to repair as well. Oh my goodness, this was our ship, I believe. Now, as you may see here, I have changed our flagship to this instead of this. Now, I think you can probably tell that 1,185 piastres is definitely going to be my ship. Okay, so I think I'll repair this one. Yeah, that is quite expensive, isn't it? But I think it's worth it, and that will be that. And then we'll head in to the main square, and oh my goodness. Okay, now I think it's the garrison commander. Yes, it is. Thank you very much. I would like to hire some soldiers. Now, which colonial troops? Yes, thank you very much. Okay, so which is the best here? I'm not entirely sure. Maybe an English hunter, perhaps? Or a pikeman? Let's go with this. Oh, wow, that is incredibly cheap. Aha. Maybe I am not selecting a very high level one. I would like to get a high level one, so maybe we'll get a colonist? 15? Oh my goodness, the English are very cheap for some reason. Oh my goodness, okay. Well, let's go with English hunter then. 25, okay, that should be fine. Let's recruit 10 of them. That will be 250. Yes, there we go. Thank you very much. Okay, so, shall we take a look at the marketplace here? I wouldn't mind getting some additional bread, perhaps. I think that should be okay. Let's get some fruit as well. That should be good. And, ooh, we could get a... Oh, no. We need 7 in strength for that. That reminds me, we do need to level up our strength the next time we gain a level. That would be very nice. Actually, have we already gained it? No. Okay. We did gain a level in the last episode, I believe. No, we didn't. No, that's terrible. We really need to get a level, don't we? So, without further ado, I think we're probably going to be attempting some sort of land battle this time around, because before, of course, we were engaged in naval combat. But this time around, hopefully I'll be able to... Okay, we have some mutineers here, which would be rather fun to fight, but... maybe. Maybe? They have elite marines, which is probably going to be quite painful to fight, but I would like to test our skills against them, as we are now in a new ship. So I think what we'll do is maybe... No, they're going a little bit too fast. Okay. I was going to say, well, maybe we'll go against them, and then we'll try and find a ground attack. But unfortunately, no. They were a little bit too fast for us to catch up. So instead, we are going to be attempting to find a land battle here. And now I'm hoping that because the areas that, as you can see here, they're reasonably small. Each and every island, excluding the main areas here, are quite small, and I have not found any bandits on this island, that is for sure, not on this one. So I'm hoping, considering this is a little larger, we should be able to find some bandits here for us to fight. So let's hopefully be able to get over there. Hopefully we'll be able to get to daytime as well before we engage our next opponents. As well as it may be making it easier for us to locate them as well. Now, as you may see here, the vassals, in terms of their strength and numbers, how many units they have in their armies, are rather low, which is very peculiar. I'm thinking that maybe we might be able to potentially wage war against one of the factions in particular. Now, I'm not entirely sure whether that is even going to be possible, but we do have a rather considerable amount of money, and as a result of that, we should be able to recruit as many units as we see fit. So, now as you can see, we have located some bandits. Hopefully these will not be the bandits that you guys told me about in the comments that were extremely powerful. I believe they were jungle fighters, perhaps, I think? It was quite a while ago I saw that comment, but hopefully that is the case here. So, how many units do we have? We have 29 out of 37, and yes, it does appear that the Spanish units are a little bit more powerful than the English, or as far as I'm aware. I'm not entirely sure just yet. Well, we'll see once we enter in this battle, if we're fast enough. Oh my goodness. Don't tell me they're going to run away as well. Okay, it appears they're trapped. Yes, there we go. Thank you very much. Okay, so as you see here, it appears that the Kingdom of Spain is actually besieging a huge amount of fiefs, rather close to us as well. I do believe that Montego Bay was laid siege to, so that is very interesting to know, that is for sure. Okay, so here we go. You'll get nothing but pain and suffering from me. And we do outnumber them. That is not a coincidence. I did hopefully try to get that to happen, because I'm a little bit worried that we're probably going to have a few issues here. So, well, without further ado, let's charge in. We'll see how well we do. We do have some cannons, which is probably going to be a very good thing indeed. So, maybe we could use some? I'm not entirely sure. Let's just tell all of our people to stand... Oh, yes. To stand their ground. And, as you can see here, we can take aim with the cannon. That is impressive. Okay. Well, we have someone over there that is... Oh my goodness, they're actually pushing it? That is amazing. Oh, that's really cool. Okay. Can I push this? I can't push this for some reason. Okay, well maybe I have to take aim first. Aha. Okay. There we go, I can move it. Aha, okay. It's a little bit clunky, but I think we can make it work. Now, I'm hoping that... Oh no! Oh my goodness, gunners! Okay, let's fire. Oh my goodness, okay, a lot of smoke, that is for sure. Now, oh wow, I really wish we had another gunner now. Goodness me. Okay, so it appears that what we need to do is, if we want to have both of our cannons being used, then we should recruit another gunner from one of the towns. And as you can see here, the English hunters are actually doing a pretty reasonable job, I have to admit. I was very surprised when I saw most of the English units getting kills here, but I'm wondering whether most of the Spanish units are melee? Yeah, it appears most of them are infantry, so yes, maybe what we can end up doing here is having English ranged units and Spanish infantry units, maybe? That might be a good idea. I would like to get a couple of kills here to hopefully level up to level 2, but it appears that we are not having the greatest of luck, especially when we have such efficient units in the Spanish Marines and the English Hunters. Now, the only thing I can hope for is maybe a hit on that guy. Ugh. Okay, we're not going to be increasing our proficiency or indeed gaining any XP in this particular bout, it seems. So, instead, I will let our units take the glory and... Oh my goodness, whoa, that nearly hit me. How dare you, cannoneers? Okay, well, nevertheless, there we are. That was one of the land battles. The cannons showing their absolute brutality, and 5 morale and 3 renown was our reward there. So that's not too bad. Now we could head in here and... Oh, I actually noticed that we didn't get any loot from those fellows, which is very strange. Okay, that may be a change in this particular game. So, let's see. Shall we try and find a couple of other units to fight? I think that would be quite nice. And now... maybe I should have got another gunner at that town over there. I will not even attempt to brutalize the name. Oh my goodness. Okay, so, let's have a look here. Maybe we could find someone else. Oh, no, that was just some villagers, unfortunate. I'm actually thinking maybe we could raid a village as well. If we indeed do end up declaring war against one of the factions, then maybe that would be a rather good idea. Aha! Oh my. That's not good. Okay, 36 bandits. We only have 27. Well, 26 because one of them is knocked unconscious. Let's just take a look here. We could take a look at their skills as well, which would be rather impressive. Now, I would like to move this guy down so that... Ah, wait a minute. No, we need him in the battle, so I'm going to put him at the top here for now. Now let's just take a look at the English Hunter's skills. Okay, so as you can see, they're actually pretty low level. Level 5s, with only 43 health. Wow. Okay, I was not expecting that, because they were doing a pretty reasonable job against those previous bandits. So, okay, well, let's take a look at the Spanish Marines now. They are no doubt going to be, yes, much higher level, and their proficiencies reflect that. That is for sure. Okay, well, that is good to know. Well, I think, without further ado, we're probably going to be heading in here, and, oh no, we'll see how we do. Now, we are outnumbered by 10, but as you could probably tell in the previous engagement, we did have a pretty reasonable time of it. So, let's do it. Now, hopefully, our gunners, or gunner, shall I say, will get into a pretty reasonable position, and we will tell everyone to get into a good formation as well. Now, we do have alternate formations here, as well as a battle command panel. Aha! What is that? Let us test that out, shall we? A battle command panel? Ah, it appears that that is not particularly finished just yet, so do bear in mind that this is still a work in progress. And, now, without further ado, let us watch as our gunner fires the cannon at our opponents. Maybe. Maybe? I think it would be rather nice if we... Oh, yes, he's going to be firing it. Well, you did a lot of damage to the countryside, that's for sure. Okay, oh, look at that, he's actually bringing out one of those long pole things to put one of the cannonballs in. Yes, I know all of the technical terms. Okay, so it appears that we'll have to send our infantry in here, and I will have to get my cutlass out, and we'll see if we can do a little bit of damage with this. Yes, there we go. Oh, we took 26 damage, or at least our horse took 26 damage. Let's try to slash them up as best we can. Of course, we are going to be a little outnumbered here, so hopefully our cannoneer is going to be helping us out a little bit here. It would be very nice of him if he would attempt to do so. Thank goodness our Spanish Rodoleros are absolutely wrecking everyone at the moment. With, of course, the support from the English. Why not? Okay. Oh, there goes some of the cannons, but it does appear that they are a little bit less accurate than we would desire, I suppose. But there it is. We have actually attained victory without too many issues whatsoever. So that's not too bad. 13 morale and 6 renown. A lot better in terms of our rewards, at least. And thankfully enough, we have now advanced to level 2 finally. So let's get one more point in strength. And what else do we want? I think we probably want to... Yes, we want to get Fleet Master, because as you see here, it allows the character to control larger vessels without penalties. I think that's going to be very good. Oh my goodness, okay. Yeah, I think probably if you are going to be a pirate on the ocean waves, you are going to want to spec into, well, not buccaneering especially, but seafaring, naval combat, and Fleet Master are definitely going to be requirements, in my opinion. So let's go for Fleet Master. And we'll also increase our firearm skill a little bit, as well as our one-handed weapon proficiency. And we do have Weapon Master. We do need to get another level in that, because as you see here, we have already reached 60 with our firearms. So that is definitely something we need to modify a little bit. Let's head to Havana, because I can actually pronounce that town's name. And we will see whether we can get an additional gunner. That would be rather nice, because I do think that if we are in a naval battle, that an additional gunner will help us out manning the cannons when and if we do some sort of boarding party type thing. Hopefully, yes. So, let's see here. Okay, yes, I would like to hire some soldiers, and let's get a gunner. Oh my... Okay. I see. This is exactly why these gunners are very, very important. And we do not want to lose ours, that is for sure. So, let's hire some more... Oh, these are different. Aha. Okay, well, let's hire some colonial guards then. Aha, 65 each one. Okay. I'd like to recruit 10 of them, 650. That should be fine. We actually acquired around that number from the previous battle, so that is actually pretty nice. Now, shall we talk to the Guildmaster and see whether he gives us a quest? I do not believe he is going to do this. That is definitely something that I am unfamiliar with, especially in the Fire and Sword engine. The location of each of the quests. So, oh, what is this? The Merchant Guild is not above indulging into the maligned practice of usury. Or usury? I'm unsure of that. The clerks of the guild are eager both to accept gold for safekeeping and to provide their visitors with a loan, with a modest interest, of course. Aha. Okay, so this is the bank. So, deposit money for 14% monthly interest? Should we do that? Oh, that would be pretty nice. Okay, let's do 1,000. There we are. Okay, why not? What is it, 14%? It's not bad, actually, but, Okay, well, we'll see how well that goes. And, without further ado, I think we probably want to get into some naval combat now. Try and capture another ship, perhaps? And I think we probably have to head out into open waters here. So, let's head out over here, and we'll see if we can find any bandits that will be able to at least pursue them at a reasonable rate, because... Ooh, who was that? I think I missed them there. At least pursue them at a reasonable rate, because we don't have any pathfinding skill at the moment. Well, we don't have a lot. Something tells me that I may have a little issue trying to find them in open waters, so maybe they will be wandering closer to the coast, perhaps. Let's head over there instead. Okay. Maybe along here? That might be an idea. No? Wow. Okay. We're very unlucky, it appears, because we were finding pirates left and right where we were before, so not entirely sure what's going on with that. Aha! Nope, never mind, we have Brotherhood of the Coast. Okay. Well, I'm unsure of that particular faction, to be honest. I do apologize. I have mentioned that I am absolutely terrible in history and in geography, so yes, that is not my subject, that is for sure. Now, let's have a look here. Okay, I think I know what I will do. I will be engaging these Corsairs, that is for sure. I was going to say cut away, but thankfully enough we are in reasonable time to get these guys out. And we will raise the sails and prepare for battle. We have 3 ships ready for battle against the enemy's 2. So let's hopefully be able to do just that. Now, I do need to make sure that we use, what is it again? Chain balls, I believe. Or grape shot? No, grape shot. We want to use that because apparently one of you told me in the comments that grape shot is incredibly effective and it's a good idea to use it so that we don't actually have to board and we could defeat the enemy outright. Now, of course, that may present a couple of issues in terms of us not being able to, I suppose, maybe capture the ship, although, as I say, I haven't actually had too much experience with this game, so yes, I thought it would be nice for us to learn together. So, let's have a look here. Where does the grape shot shoot out of? That is the thing. I'm going to say in front, so let's shoot it, shall we? Aha! The enemy's decided to board our vessel already. Okay, well, command your boarding crew from the stern. Let's do that for once. Okay, so, oh, they actually have a lot more troops than they first let on, it appears. So, yes, they have 14, we have 34. Let us charge them. And, oh, okay. This is where we are, and oh my goodness. Okay, I'm not used to this, that is for sure. Ah, I see. I really should have chosen the thick of the action option, I believe. That probably would have been a better idea. Oh well. Live and learn, I suppose, and we will head down the stairs here, and hopefully we will not lose any of our gunners. That would be absolutely atrocious. Okay, come on, let's get a couple of kills there, hopefully. Maybe? Oh, it's not looking good for my XP at the moment. No, it definitely is not. Wow, okay. It appears our units are just too good at the moment. Goodness me, when are they ever going to need my help? That is unfortunate. Okay, so we're going to add the captured vessel to your fleet. Yes, that is what we're going to do. Large sloop as well, that's not too bad. Okay, so, without further ado, let us do battle once again against the other opponent. Now, I'm not entirely sure why they turned me around here when I came out of that particular boarding action, because I do believe I was faced the other direction, so, maybe that's something to look at. Now, where are we going? We're going to go around here, of course. We're going to turn around and fire at them as best we can. Now, hopefully my other ships will do a pretty reasonable job as well. Now, as you may see here, this large sloop is in my way. How dare you? Oh, no. Okay, well, let's try to... There we are. Very nice. I'm thinking that our other units are probably going to destroy the other ship before we have any chances. Although, as you may see here, one of the icons was in a little bit of bother, so... This is where I am a little, shall we say, frustrated, because it does have a very slow turning circle, of course, but that is due to the fact that we are using a very large ship, and they are attempting to convey that sort of maneuverability with its size. So yes, thankfully enough, with around a minute of turning, we have finally turned in the right direction, and now we will be heading over there and attempting to do some pretty reasonable damage. Maybe they will choose to board us yet again, although... Okay, well, it appears that the small sloop was destroyed, and we win the battle as a result. Now, we are increasing our relation with every single faction, which I do like. I do like that feature a lot, and we gained 2 renown and a couple of piastres as well, so that's not too bad. Okay, well, without further ado, considering we have now completed a land battle as well as a naval battle, I will be ending this episode off here, and I think what I will do is wait until Caribbean has advanced in its version a little bit further, until it's more complete, and at that point I will revisit it. So, I thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.